All right, let's get this going then.
Okay, so let's see now. We got to see who accepts the stream. Twitch has accepted the stream.
Okay, this is all new.
YouTube has accepted the
Oh,
stream.
geez.
Facebook has accepted the stream. Watch the timer. When it says on the air, you're officially on the air.
Okay.
Here we go.
Hi, listeners. I am Bill Kane, and I thank you for checking us out today. This is the end of the year holiday program, so to speak. And for all you listeners, both old and new, what we try to do with this December program is to kind of either tie in something seasonal or holiday themed. And what we're doing today is a show that's called Wintersong, based off of a Canadian singer-songwriter, Sarah McLachlan, who put out a holiday album out in 2006. And all of our songs will be a winter-themed other than our ending track, which I'll explain when we get to that one. But for 11 songs, you're going to have some sort of winter thematic approach by those either musicians or bandmates putting together this program today. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's hard to believe that we're here already midway through the month, closing fast on the holiday season. So much that's happened and so much to still be compressed in the next couple of weeks or so. So I know that, it makes for happy but yet stressful times. So in everybody's particular case, let's hope that it's more happy than stress. And if it is, this little program hopefully can be a little bit of the relief that you might be seeking for. I kind of look at this as kind of almost like an audio Yule log, something that you can put on while you're doing something else and just, let it take place. We're going to get things started. This is a singer-songwriter, Chris DeBurgh. I mean, this guy goes back 5 decades. His first album came out probably in the mid-'70s. I've kind of followed him through the years. For all you people that know, of course, my musical listening goes back, and I'm dating myself into the late 50s. But as I was discovering bands in the 70s, Chris DeBurgh was right up there. We're going to hear a track. This is off his album, The Road to Freedom. And this is a perfect song to open our show. It's called When Winter Comes. Chris DeBurgh.
winter's bitterness is lost. It's the fireside warmth that comforts me, the peace for all my thoughts. The night brings shadows to the street. It's the time for dreams of things to come, to creep inside their lives. You're concealing every feeling. Can you find me deep inside you? Let me touch you, let me keep you, let me know you're there. You're concealing every feeling. Can you find me? No, it's deep inside your heart of you. Every day I need to know I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. The evening fantasy begins in the sandy lanes that cross the fields. The gentle rain will fall. The morning sweeps away the night, and the dreams of you still haunt my thoughts, bring meaning to my life. You're concealing every feeling. Can you find me deep inside you? Let me touch you, let me keep you, let me know you're there. You're concealing every feeling. Can you find me? No, it's deep inside your heart of you. Every day I need to know I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. You're concealing every feeling. Can you find me now?
And that was the Northern Alliance, Scottish band. This is off their For the Grains of Sand. We heard Start of Winter, came out in 2006. And in that decade, I think they got about 3 albums to their credit. And as you heard, they kind of have an intriguing, unique oral sound to them. A little bit of almost like a bagpipe at the end of that track, Northern Alliance. Middle track, that's our band Genesis. For all you prog rock listeners, this is a very, very early example. This was their second single that was released in 2000, or check that, in 1968, came out in the fall. It was pre-released before their first album that came out, From Genesis to Revelation, which came out in the spring of 69. And this came out without really not too much notice from the musical press or public. So Winter's Tale, if you were to track that down, it would be quite rare and, be worth your while. But in the meantime, here, for those that are logging off of the show, you've got it as a little bit of your own singular collection, a little nugget there in your musical collection. And again, we opened with Chris DeBurgh. This man's got 27 albums to his credit, and Road to Freedom, which came out in 2004, is towards that, I'd say the 3/4 mark of his releases. But he's a great storyteller, very illustrative with his lyrics, and weaves some fantastic tales along the way. Never really was strong in the States and even in his native UK, but very, very popular in Brazil and also up in Scandinavia, Norway in particular. A track that you might be familiar with that also has a Christmas theme would be A Spaceman Came Traveling, covered by a lot of other bands, something worth checking out as well. I might take a moment here just for you listeners that follow Think Twice on Facebook or Twitch. It's now going to be available on the YouTube format as well. So this is actually the inaugural program that will be launched on YouTube. So for all of you that like that as an alternative, there you go. And I might add, whereas with Facebook, they get clipped off, I think, after a short period of time, YouTube, they will be on infinitum. So something also worth noting. Okay, moving along. Okay, we got another Scottish band. This is Rev Magnetic, and we're going to hear a track off their only album, Versus Universe, and this is called Sunny, Windy, Winter Morning. Rev Magnetic. Why am I locked? Rev Magnetic. Let me get it straight. Magnetic. Thank you.
I'm going to throw a party for the poor and leave them the house, then leave the country. poetry between the pages of my journal. Everything's so alive because something of you is in it. Every blade of grass, veil, ring with the woodpecker's early work. I can't cry for laughing.
My dear daughter, if you're listening to this, it's probable that we will never meet again.
is burning low upon my tabletop. Snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you send me. If I could know is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window pane, where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you, and to be once again with you.
And that is the voice of Sarah McLachlan, whose Wintersong album this program's built upon. Some critics have said that she's got the voice of an angel, and I agree. I really enjoy all her compositions. She's really put together some really beautiful albums through the years, and you're probably familiar also that she was the one who promoted and founded, or I should say, founded and then promoted Lilith Fair, which was a showcase for female musicians back in the late 90s. And I had the pleasure of attending just outside of Rochester with my daughter back in those days. And it was really a beautiful all-day event, and I'm glad that I got to share that with my daughter, Allie. The middle track we heard was a Japanese indie pop rock band called Boyish, and we heard off their Everything You Say album a track called Winter. Came out in 2013, sung in Japanese. Most of their lyrics are in their native language, but again, their compositions are really guitar-driven, and the vocals, as you probably gather, are kind of pushed down a little bit into the soundtrack so that it becomes more musical and instrumental, and the voice is actually more of an instrument in itself, kind of like what you find with the shoegazing bands. But they're an interesting band. They've put out 4 CD albums and 2 cassette albums, and that's all in a period between 2012 and 2018. Boyish. And again, we opened with a Scottish band that's really more dream pop shoegaze influence with a little bit of experimentation thrown in. They're fronted by a musician, Luke Sutherland, that's been around, put out a few other bands as well, Longfin Killy, Music AM, to name a couple of there. He's a guitarist, violinist, and in this track, you can hear where his violin is featured in that track which we heard, Sunny, Windy, Winter Morning. And that was off their only album, Versus Universe, which came out in 2019. And that is Rev Magnetic. Got it right that time. And hope everybody likes what was, the effort here as far as trying to put together winter-like seasonal songs without really having them be carols this time around, which we've done in the past. Hope it's achieved what was intended. All right. Now we are going to have a band that is from Sweden, and they go by the name of The Bear That Wasn't. And it's I'll get into a little bit more when the tracks are finished, but it's a band, but it's really more of an individual effort. And we are going to hear off their only album, and so it's Morning Dew. This track is called Winterwandering, The Bear That Wasn't.
I love the eyes, I love the way we moved on it, with your hands clenched to my arm, scared to let go. You told me that there was nothing that you'd rather have than your name scratched in this bench where we sat. But in between these movie scenes, there was static emerging on the TV screens. So we keep remembering the good parts, treasuring the good start. Well, our mind is listening, but our heart is drifting everyone. There are things I wish that I had done, like reading all those books you gave last fall, but I just couldn't start. It's not that I don't have the heart, I know that when they're read, all will be sad. this painted field, it couldn't be real. Those colors so bright were trying to conceal that in between these movie scenes there was static emerging on the TV screen. So we keep remembering the good parts, treasuring the good start. Well, our mind is listening, but our heart is drifting the eyes. I love the way we moved on it, with your hands clenched to my arm, scared to let go.
See me, baby, come and see me now. You can see right through me. I was an addict, baby, but now I'm found. You can see right through me. It's snowing now, but it's winter, baby. Don't be afraid of the cold. I am broken and in pieces now. Hold me, baby, I am a shadow. The fire will be warm. There will be solace from the storm. Your pretty dress is torn. Oh baby, the fire will be so warm. Come and see me, baby, come and see me now. You can see right through me. I am an addict, only a man. You can see right through me. It's snowing now, but it's winter, baby. Don't be afraid of the cold. I am in ice, I am in pieces now. Forgive me, baby, I am a shadow. The fire will be warm. There will be
I'm sure you wouldn't understand. I just hope you don't stay gone. Don't leave. Don't leave this world to me. Don't leave. Don't leave this world to me. I saw your mother at the department store. She looked innocent like a stillborn, but all I could think about was the sting. Since you've gone, nothing's been the same. The wind don't sing and the sky's so dim. I've seen her staring up to it, saying, don't leave. Don't leave this world to me. Don't leave. Don't leave this world to me. When the winter calls to war, when the spring sets in once more, when the summer starts to sing, when the fall comes marching in, you leave this world to me. You leave this world to me.
And that was First Aid Kit. They're a Swedish indie rock duo, sisters, in fact. They've got a devoted international following, and then they've also are well respected by their fellow musicians, having been asked to appear on a number of these other musicians' recordings. Jack White, to name one. I'm trying to think who the other one escapes me at the moment, but they've put out about 4 or 5 albums. This one came out. This was their first album, their major one. I think they had some small release before this, but it was The Big Black and Blue. And what we heard was Winter Is All Over You. Came out in 2010. First Aid Kit. Middle track was a singer-songwriter, former lead singer of a 60s psychedelic British band called Kaleidoscope, and Fairfield Parlour, that we heard is Peter Daltrey. Put out a number of solo albums. This one was off Tattoo, and we heard Wintersong, and I think this might have came out in the 80s, but don't quote me on it, for somehow I did not put a date down here, but he's been around for a long time. Like I said, number of albums back in the late 60s, 70s, and, followed it up with a number of solo albums, Peter Daltrey. And that first track, again, The Bear That Wasn't, this is fronted by a gentleman, Nils Viersen, from Belgium. And I may have said Sweden the first time around, and Belgium, and came out in 2010. And it's a concept album, and so it's the Morning Dew. It's about this bear that settles down for his long winter nap hibernation, and while he's sleeping, the progress of mankind is continuing around him. And when he wakes up, what was a wooded area is now an industrial complex. And he gets mistaken almost at this point for one of the workers here in this complex, and it kind of goes on from there. It is based on a book that came out in 1947 by the same title, so The Bear That Wasn't. As we're coming down to the near end of our program, again, I thank everybody for checking us out today. And I hope everybody in their own right is doing well. We're going to hear now from another Scottish songwriter. They seem to be kind of having the majority of the tracks on this program. This is Christopher Duncan. Goes by the name of C. Duncan as far as his music is concerned. And we're going to hear something off his first album called Architect, and this is a track called I'll Be Gone for Winter, C. Duncan.
Swallow me. And oh, 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 I just fell right in. Limb after flailing limb. Though a cradle lay upon the shore, upon the barren beach, and it lay empty. As my feet scrabbled for some ground, and as the brine rushed into my mouth, I saw your hand caught on the wind. But our winter, our spring, oh, they were gone. And I called to you, but you only heard the moan of the tumbling waves that broke me on the stone. And I dreamt that you surrounded me, you picked me out, you showed me home. And amidst your body, rising, breaking swells, I was never lost, I was never alone. But now I go, or must I go, upon the wind, on the breaker. Oh, now I go, must I go, between the toes, the holiday maker. Won't you just hold me? Hold me. Oh, hold me. Oh, hold me. 'Cause you have won me. Oh, you have stolen me, and you have laid a blessing on me. Why didn't I keep it? Why did I lose it? One more winter, one more spring, one more winter, one more spring, one more winter, one more spring.
And it's a UK band out of London called Fireworks Night. And this is off their first of 2 albums that they've put out. And it's called One Winter, One Spring. And we heard this, the title track. This came out in 2009. And basically, you know, a guitar folk noir songs with a little bit of experimentation kind of underpinning it through there. So Fireworks Night. And then we opened again with a Scottish singer-songwriter, Christopher Duncan, who writes a lot of lush bedroom pop. And we heard I'll Be Gone from Winter off of his first album, Architect. Came out in 2015. And we're going to end this program with a track that's not necessarily a winter song, but as the lyrics will imply, it certainly relates to the holidays. And I call it, instead of a winter tale or a winter song, I'm calling this a cautionary tale. And what we're going to hear is it's off Mike and the Mechanics. Mike Rutherford, who was guitarist, bassist for Genesis back for all those years. He formed the Splinter band that came out, that started in 85. And this track that we're going to hear came out in 1988. It's the self-titled track off The Living Years. And for all you who know it from YouTube and everybody else along the way, it's, like I said, a cautionary tale. Anybody that's estranged from a parent, sibling, friend, neighbor, whomever, just pay heed. And if there's a way of patching things up, certainly the holiday season is where it all begins. Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. Everybody be well. I hope you have a fantastic end of the year, holiday season. And as we go into New Year, wish you all happiness, healthiness, and prosperity. Everybody be well. See you in 2026.
Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustrations come beating on your door. I know that I'm a prisoner to all my faults.
wish I could have told him in the living years. Oh, crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thoughts, still to conversations. I'm afraid that's all we've got. You say you just don't see it. He says it's perfect sense. You just can't get agreement in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it clear. Oh, say it clear. You can miss as well as you hear. It's too late. It's too late when we die. Oh, when we die. We don't see eye to eye. So we open up a quarrel between the present and the past. We only sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts. So don't yield to the fortunes you sometimes see as fate. It may have a new perspective on a different day. And if you don't give up and don't give in, you may just be okay. So say it, say it, say it loud. Say it clear. Oh, say it clear. You can miss as well as you hear. Because it's too late. It's too late when we die. Oh, when we die. We don't see eye to eye. I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. I think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I just wish I could